gonna
give it to all of you before I go, though.
All right. While we wait for Sean.
Wait, how would you give us stomach cancer?
I'd like cut a little piece off and like stick it up your nose when you're not looking.
Okay.
Alrighty.
You're gonna have stomach cancer.
Thanks.
That's how you
stomach
cancer.
cancer.
That's how you spread stomach cancer. Make sure never to leave your nose unprotected, kids.
Always
Or else-
protect your nasal passage.
Or else your
Always.
stomach cancer monsters are gonna give you some.
Stomach cancer. And then you'll
You're
die
gonna get some dank stomach cancer.
from the stomach cancer monster. Little cancer goblins go and stick the cancer cells up your nose, and then you die.
Yeah, like fantasy monsters. If they were a bit more grounded in real life, I feel like it'd be much scarier, or not much scarier, but much more of a possibility. Like vampires, instead of like sucking your blood and becoming a
suck your
vampire, if it's just like some guy who's
They just
There are
like
actually
not a
less-
serial
there are less
killer,
than
but like
200,000
he has
cases of
AIDS
stomach
and he wants to
cancer.
just give people AIDS.
Stomach cancer.
Like he just has a bunch of AIDS needles.
The AIDS vampires.
Yeah, and then suddenly you're a person with AIDS.
the monsters of legend.
Yeah, that
of
would
the
be
future.
a lot scarier if vampires just ran around and like gave people AIDS.
Yeah, it's
Instead
like
of turning people to vampires.
yeah, it's like in 100 years instead of vampires, that parents tell their kids stories of homeless people with needles full of AIDS. It's the same concept.
There's gonna be picture books with them in it.
Dracula, the Hobo King,
Oh my god.
Morpheus.
Morpheus.
Man, that guy really did look like Morpheus
He did.
in John Wick 2.
You know that was him, right?
You know that was him.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
Lawrence
That was the
Fishburne.
same actor.
Oh, I'm done.
It looked a
Morpheus
lot like
and-
him. To be fair, you look pretty different, if we're being
Morpheus
honest.
and Hobo King were the same.
Yeah, he's a
Same
little.
universe.
Though he was a little bigger and had more hair.
Yeah.
He did look different, I'll give you that. Also, no glasses. He really looks different without the Matrix glasses.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out how many people die per year.
Oh yeah,
12.
David said he's with his girlfriend.
Actually, they said
So
that
no.
there are 200,000 cases per year in the U.S.
That's deaths, though. Only 12 die per year.
Oh, okay. And just look at this. A surprising amount are 6 to 13-year-olds.
How do they keep getting stomach cancer? Too much unprotected sex.
Dear God.
Yeah, that took a turn.
We need to
Yeah,
get.
I think
kids,
Sean is here.
We need to get
So let me
kids more
check.
into church and learn from Jesus that abstinence is the
You
only
have to
way.
like stab someone to have sex with their stomach.
What?
You have to like stab someone to have sex with their stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you had a 5-foot-long train snake dick.
Oh, I guess.
Just
Actually,
like going through the
You
belly
could
buttons.
never convince someone to have sex with you if you had a 5-foot dick, and also you could not surprise anyone with one.
No, you cannot.
Like you
surprise
could never
them.
rape anyone because you could never get the
You
jump
could probably barely walk unless
That's
you
what I
like
mean.
Yeah,
wrapped it
it's-
around your one
That's
leg.
what I mean. And you'd probably die because all the blood would just go to it.
That's true.
And then
You would die
You
instantly.
would pass out from the
It's
immense
unfortunate.
amount of
Just imagine
blood
if
going
your
from your.
penis was so large that if you got hard, it was like a danger to your life.
I wonder if that's like a thing that some people have to deal with.
It might be.
Like really.
There's this guy who can't control his orgasms, and he just orgasms like 30 times a day. He'll just be walking in ShopRite, and he'll just like fall to his knees, and he's like, ah.
It's so good, but so
He's
inconvenient.
not allowed
Oh,
to
he
be near
hates it so
He's
much.
not allowed to be near children.
Yeah. He'll just be like at the park, and suddenly he'll just fall to his knees and start yelling.
Yeah,
Yeah. Fine. I didn't even touch it. I did nothing.
I know you did nothing.
All right. Okay.
What
All right,
happened?
that's fine. The one mic started
That's-
spazzing
that's
out
nice.
because Brandon was too quiet.
Wow.
Sean's here. Sean.
Welcome.
Honestly.
Hello.
All right. Let me
Should
let me
we
pick a random one.
introduce-
Yeah. So the first one I picked was one about sentience. So I think we're gonna skip that one.
Did we do that?
We did that already.
No, we did. What is human?
That's the same thing.
No, it isn't.
Erase it.
No, it's not.
Strike
It's
it
like,
from the list.
don't
Strike
Okay.
it from the list.
Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. What if you could play age tag? Okay, so the idea is
AIDS or age?
age, AGE. So you go around and you say, tag, you're it. And whenever you tag someone, you switch ages with them.
I mean, that wouldn't even be fun because we're all the same age.
Then everyone would just want to be like
Yes,
16.
there'd just be a bunch of old
There'd just
people
be a bunch of-
chasing.
And
Yeah.
also when you are 16, then like you'd probably be faster.
Exactly, there'd just be a bunch of old people chasing a bunch of young
No,
people.
I feel like
And
I
like
would arm
you
myself.
constantly
Successful.
live in fear
I
because
would
someone
arm
could just be
myself.
like
you
tag
just,
you're
yeah,
it,
you're
and
right.
then
You just have to like constantly be on the lookout for your grandparents.
This would start World
like-
War III.
Well, so what if you had like a
and
really
young people.
well, so yeah, like the idea is like you would keep your memories and your personality. You would just switch ages.
what would happen if you did that to like a newborn?
Well, theoretically, you could have a person who's
You'd
1,000
just be
years
Stewie.
old who
That's how
gets
Stewie came
to.
into character.
No, think about like an 85-year-old person with the mental capacity of like a 2-year-old.
Ooh, there you go.
That would be hilarious because some 85-year-old people do have the mental capacity of 2-year-olds.
That's true. That is very true.
But also, like, how would tag backs work?
Well, if say like you and I were to do it, I would like, and you would it's basically like you would swap bodies. So I would say like Sean, tag you're it, and I would like tag you, and then you would be like, tag backs would be allowed. It would just be like really fucking annoying though.
But also, like, so if the bodies change, do genders then change?
Oh, that's true.
Well, if you changed bodies, like you know how in cartoons like they would change
Yeah.
bodies, but the voices would stay the same.
Yeah.
That wouldn't happen.
It just-
You would change bodies.
You just get
Well, maybe you would change voices because that way you'd be able to identify people by the voice. Because I could say, "Oh, I'm you," or like a murderer could like say that he was you, but he would still speak
This
with
just
the
seems like a
murderer
really
voice.
intense game of body tag and not actually age tag.
Yeah, it would be more like body tag, but you would just switch ages. Okay, so let's take away
Wait, what if
body
you- what
tag
if you
and
tag
let's
a
do
dead body. So do you die then?
No, there's nothing in it. It's
no.
just-
There's nothing. There's no age
What if
there.
someone's like dying?
Okay, then yeah, that would work.
Then
Yeah.
They're still
then
alive.
someone could live forever if they had enough money.
Oh, so what if you did age tag, right? But not body tag, so whatever ailments the one person had just like switched over to the young body.
Oh.
So like if I like
that just seems
say like I tag
counterproductive then.
so like
You
if
get
I was like an
point.
80-year-old person with like gout, right? I would so I would like
That's not the most debilitating.
wait.
of
Okay,
things.
I
like-
went straight for,
Everyone
like,
just
what if,
dies.
like-
They all are either old or
Yeah.
terribly ill.
I feel like this would create a very big black market.
This would just end the world.
you
Yeah.
probably
In
in the
like,
world.
in like
As
a
we
week.
know it.
In like a week, the war is end.
So like yeah, so like if I were to tag like an 80-year-old person, like my body would automatically become 80 years old, but theirs would automatically become 19.
Side note: how does reproduction work in this system?
You would still
You
need to
wouldn't say tag, so then
you
it'd
wouldn't
be
say
fine.
unless your safe word is tag you're it, in which case
Oh.
like, it'd be like
that would be.
That'd
Oh, do
be
you actually have to
intense.
say tag for it to work? Is
Yeah.
it like some magic
Oh, no.
spell?
you don't
The poor
just like
roots.
tap people
Oh.
like what because
You
otherwise
people
then
can't
like
do anything
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
true, That's true.
because otherwise like firemen couldn't actually help people.
Okay, true.
That is all. That
What if what if the person's wearing gloves? Does it have to be skin to skin contact?
I mean like if you were playing
Full body
tag in the
suit.
winter time
Yeah,
you would
exactly.
still have to say I mean
It's only-
it wouldn't have to be skin to skin because that would be kind of icky.
So I can't protect myself. Oh, well, if I had a hamster ball, then no one could really touch me.
Theoretically, yeah.
Maybe.
So everyone just goes in a hamster ball. Is that the
I mean, you don't have to. You could
Well,
just
so-
say
And then I
no,
just roll
no.
over old people as they try to touch
Well, then
me.
maybe someone that shoots up your hamster ball now. It's like, what?
Yeah, there you go.
But then you die and they can't get.
You don't have to shoot them. Just
Wait,
the
side
hamster
note: is being shot an ailment of the body or an ailment of the individual?
It's a body. It's
So
the
that-
body.
that
So like, if you
transfers.
swap with someone who's been shot, like
Well, I mean, like, if
get
you were to
shot.
just switch ages, like, if I were just touch an 80-year-old person, but I just got shot, I would still be shot. I would just turn
rather be
80, and they would be 19, but they would not be shot.
Okay.
Unless we were
So
doing,
you're
like,
like
actual...
giving this mercy to someone. You're letting them live longer because they're gonna die anyway. Is that what you're saying? It's like if you get shot and
guess
you're
so.
bleeding out, you just like touch your grandparent.
Yeah, or, like, if you were, like, a baby.
Tag, and then
If you were, like, a
die.
perfectly healthy baby, and then, like, a grandparent on the deathbed, but, like, the parents didn't want the baby, they
Just
could
have
be,
a
like...
wrinkly baby. I swear.
Wait,
That's so
wait,
bad.
Then do you just like
Like-
people
Wait,
would,
you still have the baby. Doesn't make any
Sacrifice,
sense.
People would then, like,
sacrifice.
have a-
reproduce for the purpose of taking the age of the child?
Well, that it would also
Would this be
probably fix
regulated?
the abortion laws, because, like, then you could still have the baby, and
But
then
at the
you
same
wouldn't have to get
time,
rid of it. You just
you
make it into an
have,
old person.
an
That doesn't work. That's the old
baby.
person's
That's, the
baby.
same, that's basically the same thing, but worse.
No,
An
it's
80-year-old
wait,
baby
hold
that
on.
just
I'm
can't
pretty
do
sure that's
anything,
right.
so
Hold
they
on.
die.
So essentially,
I mean,
you're,
you're
instead of
pretty-
dying inside the womb, you take them out, then you kill them.
Hold on a second. No,
There's
it's
a
not. It
difference.
doesn't work as abortion though. Just you still have a baby
It's not,
at the
it's
end
not
of
actually
it.
abortion. Then you're completely
It's homicide.
circumventing abortion.
So
it's
it's just murder.
It's
What I
just
say-
murder.
Just murder.
But see, my point is, you still have a baby after the fact.
Yeah, but it's like a 40-year-old
Yeah, but
baby.
yeah, but
Oh,
it's like
no,
80-year-old
but like,
baby
you
or
see
like,
something.
the thing
You have a
is,
baby with the brain and like the mental capacity and personality of like an 80-year-old person.
no, but like the thing is,
So it's pretty broken, is what you're
you'd have to
Oh, yeah,
breastfeed this person.
Yeah, the baby would not be able to fend for itself
Oh
because
my-
obviously like
Mm.
the
This
muscles
seems
aren't
pointless.
developed yet.
See, this seems about the time when you leave it in the woods, like they did in Sparta. Like,
Or you just like toss them, or just like
Babies.
toss it in like a sack and throw it in the river or something. One of the
Then-
two.
Or you could like do it with like a kid who's like raised in a closet, like black market style. Like you have a kid, raise it until it's like got motor function, and then
Or just like
No, I
sell
feel
it
like
to an
people
African warlord.
would kidnap kids a lot more
Yes.
because
Yeah, just to give it to an old person or use it.
and then that would be a lot of money.
Well, you wouldn't actually need
well
to
the thing is,
kidnap
well,
the kid at all. You
let's
just
say
need
the
to
kid
tag
was
them.
forcibly if the kid was forcibly taken and then they turned into like a 40-year-old man, right?
They can just tag the person.
They could just punch the kid.
Oh yeah.
They could just beat up the
That
person who
doesn't
was the
really
kid.
work.
Because if like the person was like, so like Sean, let's say like let's say like a 40-year-old man was like had like prostate cancer and he really hated his life, and he tagged you so that he could be like 19 again and probably not have prostate cancer. Like that's his thinking, even though he probably still would. Or like
Carries over the
he
cancer
just, he just
cells.
get it again like he just get it again in like 21 years, so it wouldn't matter. But like
No, 21
I mean,
years is a
theoretically,
considerable-
like he could just,
pretty
even though
long
he's
time.
like 40, he's probably still stronger than you, so he could probably just beat you the fuck up. And,
No, the thing is, if he's
or
stronger,
you could beat him the fuck
Right,
up.
but even if you beat someone up during that intermittence period, they can just tag you.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
The
that's-
thing is,
Was
what
there
you
some kind of cooldown on the
Well,
tag?
the thing is, like, say you were switched into an unfavorable position, right? So like in a like a 3-year-old kid was swapped with like a 50-year-old, right? The 50-year-old could, without a doubt, crush a 3-year-old. So like if like the kid was like, no, I don't want to be 50 years old, he could like either like tell the kid like, hey, you're 3 years old and I could just beat you up, or
No.
or you could switch.
I
no,
have
the
a
back.
good- I have a
stronger
good movie
one
idea.
would detain the one that's weaker,
Yeah,
and
so
then
it would be
after
like
that they
age would be a
tag, and then they
deterrent.
wouldn't be able to tag back.
Age would be a deterrent.
I have an amazing movie idea, alright?
Okay.
So, this serial killer, right? He's running away from the cops, and then he switches with a baby, right? And then he turns into the baby, and then now this child is like just like this little thing, but it's gonna grow up and be like a murderer. Right?
Baby's day out.
right?
It's
No,
actually-
and then it's like in an orphanage, and then he gets like adopted by a family, and then like he kills everybody. That's a good movie idea.
That sucks.
Exactly.
Where's the happy ending
Most
say
horror
on that?
movies suck ass, but that
That's
sounds like something they do.
impulsive.
That sounds like a mix of the recent Alien movie and Baby Genius.
Never heard of either of those things.
I know the first Alien movie. I don't really see how this
Oh, he
is
said
like
late.
that at
Did
all.
you say latest or first?
The latest one.
Which one is that?
It was
Alien
the-
Covenant.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Covenant.
I don't really see how that relates to
I don't
this
see
at
how
all.
that
Because
relates.
like at the end, I don't know, spoilers.
Well, I know it happens at
But-
the end, but it's like I don't know.
I don't think.
Oh no
anyone
no
does
no
it.
no no!
It's
It wasn't.
actually,
It wasn't
like,
that
pretty-
one.
Similar, like I think
Like-
the newest Chucky
Like
movie
just
is
like some guy who's evil goes on, and everyone assumes he's not evil, and lives out his life as someone else.
Ex Machina.
No, I'll be honest.
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't actually.
Oh, Sean!
I'll be honest. I hear a lot of
I do
people
not
say that.
know
I have no
movies.
idea what
Ex
that means.
Machina.
I know it's like a movie, but I don't know.
it's
what
such
the-
a
I don't know
good
what the-
movie.
The concept of an ex machina in terms of like fiction is like literally like, isn't ex machina where like God basically comes down and solves your problems for you?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it's like
Deus
an
Ex
unexpected
Machina.
Yeah,
turn of
it's-
events that like alters things. It's like sort of
So-
like a guardian angel or like a miracle happens. Like, oh, you're about to get crushed by a boulder and Superman comes in and swoops out and swoops you up. That would be an ex machina.
Oh, okay.
It's like something unexpected happens to the favor of the protagonist.
All right. Interesting.
But
Yeah.
usually there's like an unworldly sense to it. Like not always, but
Yeah, it's
usually.
like the
like
cop out.
it.
It's just a it's just.
And
a
then I woke
cop
up kind
out.
of thing.
It's lazy writing, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Or you wrote so well that you backed yourself into a corner you can't write yourself out of.
So it becomes lazy writing again.
Correct.
Circles back around to lazy writing.
Glorious.
Glorious lazy writing.